Welcome to the Wisdom for Life podcast with David Baker. David was a former paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne Division and for over 30 years has been a preacher. He has written 5 books and is an Amazon #1 best-selling author. He is the chaplain at the county jail, pastors a church, and is the father of 11 children. Yes, 11. This podcast is here to give you wisdom for your family, your marriage, your children, your finances, your health, and your life. And now, the host of Wisdom of Life podcast, David Baker.
Hello and welcome, David Baker. Welcome to the Wisdom for Life podcast. Hey, we're glad that you're here. So we started off 20 problems with kids and 20 problems with teenagers and 20 problems with adult kids. Now we're in 20 problems with marriage. So I typed into an AI program to say, all right, what are the 20 problems that people face? And so that's what we're doing, going one by one through there. Not any order, just the way that it put it up. The first one we talked about communication issues, and we did 2 weeks on that. One with casual communication, the other with conflict communication. Okay, very big, very important things for you. And if you have more problems with marriage, you can go to fixfamiliesinstitute.com. fixfamiliesinstitute.com. There's a free lesson to take, and if you're interested in it, let me know. The email, you can always email me on this one, askPastorDavidbaker@gmail.com. So today we're going to talk about infidelity. I have some younger people that aren't married who listen to the podcast, and they ask me every episode, hey, is this one okay? So in the beginning of every episode, I will tell you my thought on it. This one, we're going to deal with infidelity. Okay. It was the second problem that came up. And so we're going to talk about some of the adult issues. I don't plan on anything that a teenager, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 would not be able to listen to. And honestly, I think that these are some good things that they need to start listening to when they're younger. Many times the extramarital affairs are things that, because they're started back when they're young. And really it's a big deal there. So going to jump right into it. I'm not going to get deep into, there's some other points that deal with intimate issues. So I'll talk more about that during that one, but infidelity. So these are extramarital affairs can severely damage trust and intimacy. Oh boy, that's an understatement. And so purity has to be what you have, what you do, what you want. And for men and women, it's different. So these will be somewhat blanket statements, but they fit for a lot. Many times, for the reason why men and women have affairs are different. Men are different. Women are different. Men, you have to keep a clean mind, and it's important. You have to be able to have a mind that where you control your thoughts, and thinking about other women in intimate ways is wrong. Before we ever would commit adultery, then first it starts adultery in our heart. The Bible says, if a man looketh upon a woman to lust after her, he hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. And so that's where you want to fight that battle at. I've had guys say, oh, I believe you can look as long as you don't do anything. They're looking at all kind of porn and smut and garbage and things like that. No, you can't. You're not supposed to. Job said, I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? I made a covenant with mine eyes. No, mine eye affecteth my heart, the Bible says. So David said, I will set no wicked thing before my eyes. You have to decide, men, I am not going to look or think about things that I shouldn't. The Bible talks about taking every thought and make it captive to Christ. Every thought, okay? Don't give 1 inch to the devil. Fight that every thought. If you fight every thought, you will never commit adultery on your spouse. We deal with a lot of marriages after the fact, and it's tough. That hurt, that pain, the divorces, the kids, the life, all those things, it's not worth it, okay? The best intimacy in the world is not worth losing your family, wife, marriage, kids, reputation, all of that over. It's just not. And so, men, you have got to decide, I am going to get a clean mind. If you struggle with that, I want you to go look at this. It's called keepthyselfpure.com. I put together a full program, 12 plus videos on a mind and purity of mind and purity of thought. And you can list a free lesson, first lesson for free. Okay, keepthyselfpure.com. The whole program is only $99 to save you tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. There are people I know, they've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because of that and ruined so many relationships that you can't put a price tag on because they didn't keep their mind pure. Okay, keepthyselfpure.com and check on that. For men, you've got to fight the battle. Oh, it's a tough battle. Yes, I know it is a tough battle, but you can win the battle. You can win the victory. You can have a clean mind. In that program, I go through how messed up my mind was before. Growing up, chasing after girls. Growing up, my job was a lifeguard. I got paid to look at girls in bikinis. And every girl that walked in, you checked out everything you could check out, and you watched the ones that you wanted to the whole time you were there. That's what you did. And then all the immorality, then alcohol, drugs, and military, and all that kind of stuff. When I surrendered to God, my mind was a mess. But boy, it's amazing how God can take and clean and purify the mind. Okay, for men, that's what you have to do. The battle's in the mind. Okay, I'm not going to commit adultery. I'm not going to commit adultery. If you're going to look and think and flirt and all that, you're done. You're done. You're eventually going to fall. And so you got to fight every thought to make it obedient to Christ. That's what you want to do. Got a whole program to be able to help that. It is powerful. It'll help you. And you think you can. I go through things in there called rewiring the brain, how you can literally rewire your brain to be able to handle that. It's a secular term, and they do that. It's a biblical principle that is incredibly powerful. The Bible talks about. You got to see that. For women, intimacy is usually different. Usually it's not out of looking to lust. Women look and see things differently. Guys think that women are turned on by looks like we are, and they're not. It's by friendship, closeness, caring, love, kindness, words, sweet, understanding. Most affairs with women start from the emotional connection. Oh, we can talk. We're just friends. They can just listen. They understand what I'm going through. And then that turns into that. And many men know that, they start off just kindness and friendship. It's said it's secular, worldly. They say the same thing, that men should not be friends with other women. Friendly, of course. Okay. They're people you have to work together, but not casual friends. Oh yeah, we just hang out. Yeah, we just hang out. We just enjoy each other's company. We have a lot in common. Eventually, it's going to mess up. And the woman says, "No, I will never." And they survey the men. Hey, your friend that's a female, if she wanted to be intimate, would you? 99%. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And so you can't have that. You don't want that. I have no female friend in this world. And I work with women, and we have secretaries, we have ladies ministry and things we work with, but it's all business. It's no casual, let's go hang out, let's go do something together. And so you don't want that. Ladies, you can say, I would never. And there's thousands of women that said they would never, but they got too close to somebody, and one time it happened. And then what from there? Okay. You don't want that. You don't want that. So I've talked about men. Their number one thing is they need to control their mind. Women, number one thing you need to do is control your heart, your soul, to make sure you have no even friendship attachments with another guy. Okay. Because your husband is not always kind, not always sweet, not always loving, not always compassionate. But my friend, he is always that way. Okay. He doesn't live with you. That's why. Okay, joking. But friends are, they can be kind all the time, but it's not the same as living 24/7 with someone. You cannot get that friendship attachment to your soul, or it can turn into physical, okay? Friendly with everyone, but friends, no. Your wife should be your best. Your husband should be your best human friend, okay? And it should be that way. One more thing I want to cover in this. I know we're over what I usually do on these, but this happens, and it happens too much. Couples being with the couple's partner. It's bad and horrific, and like, oh no, it happens. And how does it happen? Couples get too close to each other. We have that one best friend couple, and we do everything together. We go on trips, and we go camping, we go on vacation, and we go to movies, and we just hang out together. You don't want to do that. Oh, we would never. Every couple that's ever happened to has said they would never. Well, look, we would never. I agree. So let's go a couple steps backwards. So we would never. We would never. We have couples over all the time. We go out to eat with couples. But there's not one couple that we've ever just hung out with. Okay? It just sets you up for a fall. It sets you up for a problem. The Bible says, in our flesh dwelleth what? No good thing. So because of that, make no provision for the flesh. So casually, every once in a while, friends to go out, do something together, have them over, have a meal share, work on something, no problem. But when it's all the time there, you catch yourself looking at what you don't have and wondering about it. And now you're done. You're a mess. Okay. You don't want that. You don't want your wife saying, he is so kind. He is so nice to his wife. In front of you. You don't want her thinking that. You don't want him thinking, boy, she's attractive. I wonder. You don't want that. You start entertaining the mind. You start messing up and destroying your life. Okay. Big principle. Men, have a pure mind. Women, guard your heart, guard your soul, guard their friendships. And couples, don't have a couple you hang out with all the time. Okay. All right. Oh, that's horrible. You're just, this will never happen. We won't ever. 35 years of ministry, 31 years of pastoring, we have seen it all, okay? We've seen it all. Well, that would never. Good. You go out of your way to make sure that would never, because I promise you, it could. All right, God bless you. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Thank you for listening to the Wisdom for Life podcast. If you have any questions for us, email us at askPastorBaker@gmail.com, and we will answer them in an upcoming podcast. The email is askPastorBaker@gmail.com.